Welcome back to the coin world, old coin review and value. Today's episode dives into the intriguing story behind the 1967 Liberty 5-cent coin, a piece that might seem ordinary at first glance, but is packed with history and hidden value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, understanding coins, like the 1967 Liberty nickel, can give you an edge in the world of numismatics. These small pieces of metal are windows into the economic, political, and cultural atmosphere of their times. Let's take a journey through time and detail the history, production, rare varieties, and market values associated with this iconic piece of American currency. The 5-cent coin, more commonly known as the nickel, has a rich history that dates back to the post-Civil War era. But the version we know today, the Jefferson nickel, was introduced in 1938. By 1967, the Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for nearly 3 decades. It replaced the earlier Buffalo nickel, which ran from 1913 to 1938. The year 1967 was a turbulent time in American history. The Vietnam War was in full swing, civil rights protests were rising, and inflation was beginning to impact the U.S. economy. These political and social pressures had a direct impact on coin production. The U.S. Mint was facing criticism for coin shortages and hoarding by collectors, which affected how coins were minted during the mid-1960s. One of the most notable changes was the temporary suspension of mint marks from 1965 through 1967. This was an effort to discourage hoarding and help coins circulate more freely. As a result, the 1967 5-cent coin lacks any mint mark, making it harder to determine which mint facility produced a particular coin. Though it may seem like a minor design tweak, this decision deeply influenced the way collectors view and categorize coins from this period. The 1967 Liberty 5-cent coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. On the obverse side, this design was created by sculptor Felix Schlag, whose vision was selected through a public design competition held in 1938. Jefferson's portrait is clean and stoic, paired with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," with the date 1967. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's historic estate in Virginia. It's a detailed, classical architectural rendering, symbolizing Jefferson's legacy. The reverse also includes the words "E pluribus unum," United States of America, and the denomination 5 cents. In terms of composition, the 1967 nickel consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel, an alloy known for its durability and resistance to corrosion. This composition has remained consistent for decades, although wartime versions during World War II used silver to preserve nickel for military use. The 1967 Jefferson nickel was produced in massive quantities to meet public demand and prevent coin shortages. The Philadelphia Mint handled the entire production for 1967. Differences in strike quality, die variety, and preservation state create significant gaps in value between common examples and rare collector pieces. Let's take a look at those rarities and errors that can elevate a seemingly average 1967 nickel into a coin worth thousands. The most valuable 1967 nickels are those with mint errors, unintentional yet intriguing mistakes during the minting process. One rare error is the off-center strike, where the coin design is not aligned correctly with the blank planchet, resulting in a skewed image. Another is the double die obverse DDO, where slight duplication occurs in the date or letters due to misalignment in the die hubbing process. Clipped blankets are also sought after. These occur when a piece of the blank is missing due to a misfeed during cutting. A full steps designation on the reverse Monticello image showing sharply struck stair steps can significantly boost value, especially in mint state condition. High grade examples with full steps have been known to fetch hundreds to even thousands at auction. Collectors should inspect 1967 nickels under magnification to identify such features, as they often go unnoticed in casual handling. Like all coins, the value of the 1967 Liberty 5-cent depends heavily on its grade. A standardized measure of wear and condition. Coins are typically graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 65 and higher mint state, representing coins with no visible wear. Circulated 1967 nickel might only be worth face value, but a gem uncirculated piece with full steps could be worth. Collectors often send their coins to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC to authenticate and certify their value. These certifications help coins sell at a premium in the numismatic market, especially in online auctions and coin shows. The 1967 Liberty nickel is a staple for Jefferson nickel set collectors, especially those building year-by-year collections. Because of the no mint mark policy, it holds a unique spot in the Jefferson series and is often discussed in educational numismatic circles. While it may not seem ultra-rare, its condition-sensitive value and potential for errors make it a smart coin to examine carefully. For long-term investors, holding on to high-grade examples can prove lucrative as the market matures and interest in mid-century coins grows. Did you know that the Jefferson nickel is one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history? It stayed nearly unchanged for over 65 years, until a redesign in 2006. The 1967 nickel, minted during the Summer of Love, is part of a broader cultural movement. Coins from this era are like tiny time capsules. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the Coin World.